Guys, how are we all doing today? Patryk, dobry wieczór. Did I break my camera? Done something with my camera. I think it's fixing it. Mikkel, how you doing? Dobry wieczór, witam. Okay guys, today we're going to be going over the 159, the open beta for 159. We're going to be driving the Benelux Rework. We're going to cover a few routes today. The first one is Brussels to Groningen. And then we're just going to see what else we've got on the schedule. I'm not sure if we're going to cover all of it, but to be honest, there's not that many roads in here that we shouldn't be able to cover. So yeah, we're going to get on the way. With the setup that I've got, I've never actually had any kind of small stutters. At the moment, I feel that it might be just a little bit more choppy than normal. But I'm not sure if that's not part of the open beta, and if there's something that they're going to work on, or if there's still some shaders within the game that needs optimizing. Game feels a little bit heavier than the previous version, but I guess it's the detail on the map that they've built that matters as well. So. Yeah, I'm using the new update that he rolled out today. I was going to record some from ETS yesterday. I got on it, and the amount of shakiness that I had in the camera was crazy. Like, I think it was just the aliasing that was not like in line with the game render. Patrick, well, it'll be for both. I don't know if they had the same issue on ATS with the shakiness of aliasing. I don't even know how to call that. Bishek, witam. How you doing? How are we all doing today? Did you guys get a chance to try out the Benelux Rework yet? Yeah, Patrick, I would recommend to download it again if the update came after you downloaded it. Mishak, that's very good, mate. That is very good. You know what I'll do? Better. We had a bit too much interior lighting going on. Yeah, Patrick, it looks alright. It looks good. Even some of the new roads. I mean, with SnowyMoon rendering, they look pretty good. Because I've run the game without SnowyMoon yesterday. I guess you could play that, but it looks better with SnowyMoon. At the moment, we're not running any PNG. So yeah, we're just using Project Ultimate Weather and Project Ultimate RealCam. I see that a lot of the assets that they've reused in here is from Nordics. Like, I know that there's some dedicated assets to Benelux, but then I don't think that they can cause any crashes. I did not experience any crashes with SnowyMoon, so I cannot really tell, but it is possible. Like I said, and anything is possible with it. Now that's I'm using C at the moment. I can show you what D would look like. This is D. To be honest, I don't know. I've been using C for a longer period of time, D for a longer period of time. D looks kind of alright. I mean, D had some issues yesterday and the day before, so I just stuck to C because it wasn't causing any texture issues. I'll probably just stick to D, to be honest. Basically what was happening to C before this update, so the shininess of PNG roads and everything, that was in the method D, so that's why I used C in yesterday's video. Well, I'm going to stick to D because it looks... C looks interesting, yeah, like C is fine, but I don't know, D is just a bit more appealing to myself. The card usage at 90% in some places in there. That is heavy. game feels less smooth. I have my older settings on. Well, I mean, I've got my usual settings on this beta as well. I'm not sure if there'll have to be something else that I'll need to change for 159 or not. But at the moment, it just feels a bit heavier to run. And also some sounds. Like I've been missing the blinker sound. Like yesterday I was driving around in a Scania as well. I was using Z-mod sounds, and at some point the sounds were just cutting off. So yeah, but it's an open beta. So American Highway, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? I'll need to cut it. Unfortunately, because of the DAF, some stress. And by the way, this is the setup that we're running today. Oh wow. I did not even see that. I thought that we were just gonna go straight. I didn't know that we were actually need to come. Elephant, how there, mate? Yeah, so that's the Renault that we've got today. In some Dutch livery, since we're driving in the Netherlands and Belgium. I can't see if it's green or red. No, that's a good truck. Yeah, you know what? If you have a look at my live streams, I think that the last, I don't know, 10-15 live streams, I've been driving the Renault like 8 or 9 out of 10. So I don't mind that truck. Them lights, they're a bit hard to see. Drazut, Boyshedva. How we doing, mate? How's it evening? So, do you know what? I was driving some buses a while ago. I might actually go back to it. That was like 3-4 months ago. I enjoyed some of them. Maybe we could do some driving in Netherlands with a bus, or like Netherlands and Belgium. Just a double virtual. Thank you. That's going to be playing Football Manager, yeah? What team are you playing? Okay, it's man. How do you, mate? What country I'm from? I was born in Poland. I grew up in Canada. Well, and then I'm living in the UK, but originally I'm 100% Polish. Guys, I gotta say something. Like, I understand that SnowyMoon enhances the textures of the roads as well, but like the newer roads done by SCS, I mean, they're not at PNG level, but you know, they look a little bit better. Like Poznan, yeah. You started in 6th division. Oh, Serge, I live in London, mate. Lucas and wait, I'm just trying to work out your nickname. CLKSMN. How do you spell that? And I do appreciate your comment, mate. East London? Well, should call it Selleck, yeah? I'm around Dartford. Like, well, you probably know where that is. Yeah, there's quite a bit. Because you go, well, Crystal Palace, Fulham, Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham, Millwall, Charlton, Tottenham, Queen's Park Rangers, Brentford. Man, there's a lot. It's the Wimbledon. Hey, I use the ANC. I do not use the 264. Now, I've spent 12 hours at work today. I've got issue with reading the chat. I mean, I'm reading it off the phone, so it's not like I'm seeing that in the bigger fonts, but search at the moment. Well, you know that 159 came in play a bit quicker than we kind of estimated it, and well, Damien has to rework a lot of the stuff. Are we doing right? Yeah, we are good, right? So I would assume somewhere around the official release on 159, and also if you have the PNG at the moment, you do not need to pay for the update. The update is going to come free. Yeah, 7 or 8 teams. Yeah, my team is Crystal Palace, so we're still in the Premier League. So we're right. That bus doing? Man, that traffic is great. But traffic in single player is actually not that bad. I've been on 1 or 2 convoys lately, but the traffic on convoys is just crazy. Benny, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? Hey, this is line D at the moment. I've started with C, we're gonna drive D for a little bit. Yes, that is 100%. I try to go to the home matches as well. I don't go that often, but you know, once every now and then I'm at Silver's work. Badger, thanks so much, mate. I appreciate it. I hope that you have a good night at work, mate. Benny, which mod exactly, if you could help me out with that? Funky Badger, thank you, mate. I really appreciate it. Benny, but which mod? Because what I'm driving at the moment, the Project Ultimate Weather, it's fully released for 159, and the ReShade presets they work fine for any game version. It has really. What class was it? Well, what class was the driver that passed away driving? But in PNG, you're looking at a official release of 159. That's when it's going to be updated. The Project Ultimate Weather, it's updated now. It's ready to be downloaded now. Let's see how a evening looks. Let's see. Looks a bit different. I just want to see what kind of an effect does it have on the road. It looks right. And Dino. That's not good. Sad day for the sport. I'm actually happy that, well, I'm not referring to the crash, but to RealCam V2. Well, 159 comes out, Benelux is out. A lot of things are going to be updated. I can actually, because now C will not collide with PNG roads, or at least I don't think that it will. So I could, well, with the release of RealCam V2, I could focus on C as much as on D. Great, Diesel, if you'd want to ask that question in English, I'd appreciate it, man. I don't have a way to translate it now. I mean, on C, if we would bump up our bed a little bit. difference between the. Yeah, I would have to play around with the tone maps for the RealCam V2. Grey Diesel, Project Ultimate ReShade and Project Ultimate, whether they're available on the Patreon and Boosty. You've got the links in the description. That's a nice trailer. Well, nice skin on the trailer. Oh, I broke my camera again. Wait, how long is that boat gonna be there? Thank you. Hey guys, we're gonna skip to the morning because it's gonna get dark soon. And I'd rather display everything in the daytime. We're driving that kind of condition. Let's just find an interesting skybox. A bit too dark. Let's go 5 AM. Yeah, 5 AM's alright. And then I'm just quickly gonna check out the. Yeah, well. Yeah, quite a bit of a difference. I'll still have to do the weather mod based on D, just to not mess up the the default lighting, but. So the next update for Project Ultimate Weather will have to be done in D. RealCam will be done in D and C. But then D will be default and V2 will be adjusted with V2 and C will be adjusted with tone maps a lot. Would I ever make an OBS guide? I can tell you what I run now. So I've not changed any of the settings on OBS. So how I downloaded OBS, I'm choosing the second highest preset on OBS. I'm recording in 4K and I'm outputting in 4K. And on streams I'm recording in 4K and outputting in 2K. I've not done any changes to OBS settings. Chappy, how you doing? We could drive in rain in sometime. At the moment we're gonna stay in dry conditions for now. Look ahead, and what specs would you need to run a game like this? If I'm to be honest, if you run in 2K, something like a 3070, 3080 would be fine. On my previous 3080, I've run this in 4K on 75 scaling. It was fine and I was even recording with it. Of course you will not be able to, and I cut my frames to 60, so I'm not aiming for anything extreme frame rate wise. So yeah, something like a 3070, 3080, and then the higher you go in GPUs, well, the better performance you're going to get. Moya Fly, how you doing, mate? Look at 9070. What's that? What's the equivalent of an NVIDIA card? because I'm not very familiar with AMD. No, I don't have a problem with these kind of questions, you know. I mean, well, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm streaming, you know, to drive around and just ask and answer any kind of questions that you guys ask. So. I don't know. The difference in some of the lighting is like very dramatic. Drive UA, thanks so much, mate. I appreciate it. Similar to a 5070 you had made, then you're fine. And then you're fine. Chappy, please rain in some time. We're gonna be driving in rain as well. Am I watching WrestleMania? No, I don't really watch wrestling that much. Luca, thank you for the sub, mate. Really appreciate it. I like that building and seen it the other day, very cool. Mate, am I blind or there was no... Oh, so you should just yield for it. That's a crazy train passage. Mr. Kaido, man, I would say around the official release for 159. Well, you probably know more about WrestleMania than me. Who's like the top figure now? That's a cool spot. Very nice for pictures. Hey, how you doing? If you'd want to just translate all of that into English, I'd really appreciate it, because I've got no way of translating this from my chat at the moment. The way the camera messes up, like... Oh, I know why. My Tobii eye tracker fell off the monitor. That is just great. Guys, excuse me for 1 second. That's crazy. I'm just looking at it, it's just hanging off the monitor. Look, well, at the moment I'm just using the open beta for 159, so there's no map mods that I'm using it with it. But normally I wouldn't necessarily use pro mods that much, but from time to time I do use it. I don't like to use pro mods when I'm driving Nordics or Germany because it changes the areas and. Okay, guys, thanks for the sub, mate. I appreciate it. Are we going to be parking this? We might give it a go today. We need to go all the way down on that. Not Zed, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? Where should I be parking this? Somewhere in there? Cheppy, yeah, that's kind of true. There's not much of it. Is that going to be in here? CM Punk, yeah? Okay, we're gonna park it. Yeah, I know some of the older wrestlers, yeah. I'm not gonna fit that. Hey, if you send me a message on Boosty, send some pictures as well. We can have a look at the pictures and see what we can actually do with that. Just tell me what you're using currently, so I know what should we do. The pictures, if you could also send them with the ReShade menu open, so I know that you've got all of the effects loaded in, and I can see what it looks like. And then yeah, I can just send you any kind of settings that you need. Okay, so Groningen, I would wanna go somewhere south. Could go to Leeds because we've not discovered this road yet. Man, that's gonna take ages. I had the new config, the flight speed was not adjusted. Okay. Here we are. I like them places in Netherlands, especially like cow farms. Mostly it's cow farms. It's like looking at how they mate. I've not tried it yet. I've seen your comment on the video before that, but when I finished work, came back home and I literally got ready for the stream. So yeah, it should work in the new update. I'm not sure what kind of prefabs are used on the Czech Real map. So we'll have to see with that. Okay, yeah, so normally camera 2 will require less performance power than camera 1. That's how it works, so that'll be the answer. Yeah, so look, just going back to it, on 158, most of it was working fine. I'm not sure how that's going to be going on for the 159. But I'm presuming that it will be all good. Wait, them places I like. I'm glad they're liking it. It looks very good, man. It looks amazing. I think that's what I was missing. I mean, you know, I like Nordics and I like how Nordics looks, but I was missing a little bit of like Netherlands kind of a look. Well, Netherlands, Belgium, quite similar, but no worries, mate. I'm taking that you're a fan of Czech Real map, that's what you're asking. I do like that map as well. There's also a Dutch map, 124 I believe the scale is, on the SCS form. I'm kind of I'm curious what's that going to look like, because if it's going to be somewhat built with these assets as well, it will look amazing. I think so. Yeah, that's the open beta for 159. Currently in Holland or Netherlands. Dark Spotter, thanks so much for the sub, mate. Really appreciate it. Okay, guys, apologies for the camera. I will have a drink of some Coke Zero that I've got. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but I can't drink full sugar drinks. Like, it's not even that I'm trying to cut on the calories, but they're just like, those zero drinks, or like 0 calorie drinks, they're already sweet for me. I don't know, like, full sugar drinks, they're a bit too much for me. But I don't necessarily like sweet stuff, so maybe that's part of it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I fully understand that. If you lived somewhere and someone made a map of it, then yeah, you 100% be gassed about it. Спасибо. Thanks so much, man. I hope that you have a nice evening as well, man. It's the amount of people we currently got on the stream, so you see that the number will change. I don't run any crazy overlays or like fancy overlay setups, so the overlay is quite simple. It's the event box, the view counter, and the chat box, I think. Some POVs from Netherlands and Belgium to kind of see. Like I watch a lot of POV drives on YouTube anyways, but I wanna watch something from Netherlands and Belgium especially, just to kind of see what it looks like. Elton, yeah, the PNG mod, well, it's not my modification, it's Damien's mod. The 1.15 version, you're gonna get all of the updates for it, but then at some point the 2.0 is going to be introduced, which you'll have to buy if you want to get the content from it. So, lighten the way brighter mornings and evenings, but then your daytimes? That's crazy. Now C will be the way to go without those shining textures, but I'll have to do adjustments to it. The camera mod? Or if you're talking about Project Ultimate Weather and Project Ultimate ReShade, this is always subscription based, unless you want to get the buyout post for reshades. Then you just buy it once and then you get the reshades that are in there already, and then any additions, I don't know, for next year, 2 years, or I'm not sure what structure that it's going to have, but if you buy out the post for Project Ultimate ReShade RealCam, you get all of the reshade presets and probably like future updates for I don't know how many next reshades. But with that buyout post, you don't have access to any other posts and stuff. Yeah, I use my reshades, the Project Ultimate ReShade, mate. Or if you're asking the course, if you're asking about the author, then well, I'm just using the original ReShade. Well, with the well, I'm not gonna say too much, but regarding the shaders and stuff, there's something that I'm prepping as well. Not as preset, but I'm prepping something to do with the shaders. Apologies if I'm changing that a bit too much, but I'm just trying to see what daytimes, what difference it makes, because I'm going to be updating the weather mod with D, and I just want to see how the same time of the day looks in C. Something on my phone, kind of moving about. And then C would look the weakest around there. Well, not much of a difference with D. But this can be done with tone maps as well, so. Let's go Rush, London fam, how you doing, mate? How's your day? The guy said London fam. Alpha Star, how you doing, mate? I'm all good. Officer, if you get the SnowyMoon render system or the app, you go to objects, you go to veget. Well, we're in a tunnel now, so I'm not gonna show you. Well, I'm gonna show you that in a second. Let's just get out of the tunnel. So, have a look in the trees. You've got these settings within SnowyMoon, yeah? Look. See what's happening? The trees are the same with grass. Have a look in the grass and see what's happening. Saints of Killers, how you doing, mate? How's your day going? Richmond, I would know quite a lot about it. What would you like to know regarding PNG and the rain? I need to move the camera back a little bit. PNG as well for ATS and ETS2. Yeah, so if you add SnowyMoon, then that's where you can get to your trees. Well, it's just leaves, not trees in general. And then for your grass, yeah? Patrick, yeah, I'll send you. Well, I'll send you the one that it's on the workshop. As that is the only one that we're using. Richmond. Well, that's the well, not a bug, but a conflict between SnowyMoon and PNG. With the new spring update, all of this should be fixed regarding the rain conditions. Saints of Killers, no worries, mate. At some point I'm going to go for the requests on Facebook and Discord. There's quite a lot. Richmond, at the moment we're looking at a release, well, when the official 159 releases, so that's where around that time the update should come. Eston, thanks so much for the sub, mate. I appreciate it, mate. Saints of Killers, no worries, mate. I'll have a look. Alpha Star, which location are we currently? Liège in Belgium. Barbara, which one am I more excited about? My GTA 6. I mean, okay, well, ETS2 coach is something that I'm looking forward to, but GTA 6. Richmond, at the moment I am using the RealCam V1 Vibrant Heavy Lens Sharp. Alpha Star 100%, I would say that it looks as good as Nordics, or maybe even a little bit better. No, I do not have a PS5. I do not have a console. But it's a valid thing that you just mentioned, because maybe I should get a console. Okay, let me just quickly have a look on the map now. What have we not discovered? So, well, Luxembourg is reworked as well. If I take something to Antwerp, or like Rotterdam from Luxembourg, that'll be a good drive. Let's go to Luxembourg then. Okay, we've discovered Luxembourg now. Magic. We have anything? Eindhoven. What you called it? But we're gonna go the long way around because we can't do that. Our boss might not be that happy with the fact that we're gonna take a longer route. We'll just have to live with it. Alpha, so there's no such thing as a cheater in ETS2. I've seen the bus bound. I've seen something on YouTube, yeah. Is it like a mobile game or something? Wait, that's not the company. Which company should I go to? The other one. I think that if I would have a boss in ETS2, he would be more concerned with the fact that I can teleport to any place I want. And then he would take my diesel money. Now we're gonna fit. Yeah, the bus bound, what it looked like maybe some sort of a mobile game or something like that. I'm not sure if I'm not mistaken if it's something else. Okay. We're gonna go through here. A long way around. And we're gonna go through Rotterdam as well, so that's alright. Yeah, that mod has not been updated in a long time now. I see. It's on Steam. Yeah, I might have a look. One game that I was looking at, because I've got the bus, but I don't necessarily like that game engine and how it implements Bloom and stuff. I was looking at the city transport simulator, which looks alright. It has very flat graphics, which can be very nicely enhanced with ReShade. There's not that many issues with Bloom in there, so that's nice. Fernbus a good one? Yeah, just the maps are a bit, well, not up to like ETS2 standard. At least for myself, but that might be different for you. They need to add dynamic cargo loading. Yeah, they could do that. You can play that in 4K, but you mean Fernbus? I Alpha Star. Yeah, I've got Train Sim World. I've done one video on it as well, from the London Overground route. Saints of Kills 100%. It'll be quite interesting, to be honest. Yeah, I like Train Sim World. Okay, sip of coffee without breaking the camera. That wasn't that bad. Yeah, because most of the bus games that we've got, they're like city buses. Apart from OMSI 2, when you might have a route that takes you outside of the city a bit. But most of it is like a metropolitan bus that, you know. So something that would be taking you around Europe would be exciting. Like play, yes, I've played on it. Got a video from it as well. Very nice map. So it's 7 or 8 years old now. But just the way that they've built it, it's... Well, I don't know if Frank was the only one that was building it. It was way ahead of its time, to be honest. Look at the Yorkshire DLC and OMSI. You know what? I don't have any issue with setting up games and stuff. And I wanted to try OMSI, but... Mate, that you need to take care of that game like an egg without a shell. Like it's extremely sensitive to any kind of changes. Saints of Kills 100%, man. I love the Renault. You know what, OMSI 2, it has a good driving model. Because I've played OMSI a little bit. Good driving model. It just feels kind of authentic, and the graphics on OMSI 2 are not, they're a bit outdated, but the look of them, it's not bad. I actually like the look of OMSI 2. Of course the assets are old, but just the whole lighting set and everything, I think it looks good. Miss Pomezania. I think that you can play Pomezania now. It's on SCS4. The version from 153 should be working fine. Yeah, look, 100%. I know that you can get OMSI to a good state. It's just the last time when I was trying to do it, I just kind of gave up on it because I was busy with other stuff. But yeah. Diesel Engine, how you doing, my mate? Hope that you have a good weekend. Well, it is Saturday, so we're kind of in the middle of the weekend. Yeah, I was trying to do so. Wait, when I installed OMSI, because I was like, I really wanted to, you know, drive a bus. And I installed it, I was trying to like put some reshades in it, because I wouldn't just play it by itself, because it's, you know, I always have to do something to it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind to do something with OMSI. Bro, yeah, if you get a bit more hype into OMSI 2, then yeah, then you can revive a whole game, to be honest. I was never struggling with the smoothness of OMSI, because it always run fine. mate. It was just it would crash when I was trying to put a mod in or something like that. After, yeah, it looks right. It takes a bit more time than I would wish that it's taken, but we're getting there slowly. I mean, I'm trying to put time into the map as well because I want to drive it. I want to record videos from it. So, nah, mate. Look, nowhere near. But bro, you know what? I could work into a lot of things, but there's only one of me at the moment. I'm not aware of any cloning machines. Okay, should we try some rain? Look, I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Yeah, at some point, you know, I want to do, where's the rain? I want to do some other sims as well. So, yeah. Okay. Run this in triples as well. I run on a single monitor because I use stubby eye track. Let's put left. Maybe I tell you there, mate. So you know what? Not large amount of stuttering, but there is some. Like, I feel that it's not running as smooth as it did. It's not anything crazy, but I can feel that it runs a bit differently. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you. Okay, let's because this is quite heavy. This is almost no rain. Grab with that for a bit. Playing with our emotions. Yeah, I gotta say, like, this looks alright, but the PNG rain add-on and the roads that we've got from PNG for rain, it's different level. Depth on the road, but not what you get with PNG. Look, yeah, the rain add-on we've got with PNG. We'll probably at some point start playing on 159 as well, but I'm not talking about the rain itself because I don't really. Well, the rain matters as well, but I'm just talking about the textures of the road. Yeah, I'm just gonna change it to normal dry condition. Mate, since I got the PNG rain add-on with the roads that actually have puddles in them, like no other rain looks that good. gotta say, like, Belgium and Netherlands, it looks very good. .400 scaling with DLSS? Like, I run a 5080 and I wouldn't run more than 125 scaling. Like at 200 scaling, the game would probably run in like 20 FPS. Yeah, very heavy. Yeah. Well, if you run this in 4K with DLSS from SnowyMoon, then yeah, it will be heavier. In 2K, you could probably run it with a higher scale. Look, at the moment, so I'm using the 5080 on 4K. I'm using 80% of my graphics card with 100 scaling, but I'm streaming as well, so maybe 70%. I'm saying if you drop it down to like a 2K resolution, then you could probably run, I don't know, 200, 300 scaling, which should be fine. Look, I mean, I cap everything to 60 frames just so it runs smooth. So I'd rather my GPU sit around 80%, especially when I'm recording and I'm live streaming. Whenever you're gonna get to the point where your GPU is unable to produce more, you're gonna get choppy frames, especially in the recording. But you need a quantum PC to run this 400 scaling 4K. Yeah, you need something like that. Alpha Star, no, that's the SCS Renault, just the normal Renault with the EVR sounds. You don't stream that clear. Yeah, I think that if you just run it for yourself, it depends what you're used to as well. You might not see that much of a difference, to be honest. Yeah, a Czech project, Japan map. Japan project is not that heavy, but it uses a lot of old assets. I wanted to try the map, but it's a lot of the assets are very old in that map. What's my favorite truck in ETS2? Probably Renault Range T at the moment. My mirrors? I mean, are they too dark? I don't really look into my mirrors anyways. You're just Scania Indy. Yeah, Scanias are nice. Yeah, Range T, it's a good truck. I mean, Scanias, MANs, Renaults, they're all good. I think your mirrors will go dark and then bright again when you're under a passageway. Because the way they built it, which way are we going? The way they built it, when you're going under a passageway, the game thinks they're in a tunnel. That's it. Yeah, that Project Japan it's good for those kind of deliveries. Yeah, 100%. The range still looks good now. I'm still waiting for the Actress MP5 as well. That'll be a good update. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, digital dash on the Range T, it's a nice addition as well. I don't know, I preferred this variant, the older one. Oh yeah, that meant to be dropping this year, but like, I don't know if, I mean, there is a schedule of what they're going to be releasing, but a modder would take like 2 to 3 months to build a truck. I mean, they've been teasing that truck for like 2-3 years now. And also I think that it would probably work well for them if they would release the truck when there's still hype around the truck. Because like MP5 has been, well, not fully replaced, but MP6s are out now. Like I see them on the road a lot. And MP5s, they're not that hot truck anymore, so. But I guess they've got a schedule where they release updates and stuff, so they can't just make their own decisions as to when to release something. So look, you know what I've done? I run my monitor in 120 Hz. I lock the last config lane, the average window length, to 120 as well. I put my VSync at the economy mode and I lock my frames to 61 within a game, but it only locks to 60 and it just gives you a smoother kind of an image. Alpha Star, I'm not sure when it's coming out, to be honest. Yeah, look, like with the Volvo. I'll have to cut in on that. Yeah, like with the Volvo move was brilliant, you know, because it was the 24 model dropped in 2024 to, I think it dropped in 2024, around that time, so it just made sense. Streaming Truckers MP? I don't know, I don't really like Truckers MP that much. I never spend any time on it. So with the VSync and so what you're looking at when you want to get smooth output to your monitor is the frame time. It's not the FPS. Like you could run a very good 50 FPS with, 50 FPS with very good frame time and it will look very smooth. You can run 700 FPS with high frame time and it will look choppy. So that V-Sync just allows the frame time to be much lower, especially with all the other settings as well. Oh, Luke, so you're not using SnowyMoon then? That's fine, because I was wondering about that scaling. You said that you use 200 scaling or more. Like, it made sense if you just run the base game without SnowyMoon. But as a 1-0 to Manu. Maybe good news. I don't like Manu. James, how do you get the mod for ATS and is the website verified? Which mod? If you could help me out with that. Guys, we're gonna skip to data. We'll make it 7 o'clock. James, the weather mod? Well, it's my project and it's available on my Patreon. Patreon is a verified website. There's nothing wrong with the website, I believe. It should be safe. Yeah, that's one of the roads that we'll have left to do, the A12 and A3. Flashbang. Yeah, that's what happens when you switch from like nighttime to daytime. Scaling 300. Yeah, if you don't use SnowyMoon, they might look similar. If you use SnowyMoon, most people will not be able to run 300 scaling with SnowyMoon's DLSS. Like if I put my game at 200 scaling now, it would probably crash. Yeah, if you don't play in 4K, DLAA will be way sharper and lower resolutions than DLSS. Well, I've run the light anyway. Yeah, those smaller Dutch roads, they look very good, mate. But bro, you know what? But I've seen there has been someone that there is a conversion of the DLSS to AMD. I'm not sure how they went about that, but I've seen that some people have been running it in some weird way. Yeah, I do not want to fully confirm that how they've done it, because I'm not sure, but I've seen some people saying that there's a program that will kind of trick the system into thinking that you've got a AMD GPU, but mate, I would have no clue on how that's actually done. That has 100% you need to get that update to play that game. It's the hands in the steering wheel. Good addition. Make your empire visible, but no, it wasn't. I'm not sure what that mod does, but no, it wasn't me that created it. It was not my fault, it wasn't. I see. No, it was. I think I've seen that mod somewhere. Yeah, cool mod to be honest. Something that SCS should implement, or you think that they would do that? Drifter. That's what Damien said. He started like work on updating PNG, and straight away he was like, so they've used this incorrect, that incorrect, that incorrect. RealCam as the RealCam presets? Or that would be me then. Barrow, that is true, yeah. It brought a lot of attention to all kinds of gaming. Tarazu, I see. Well, I hope that you get your upgrade so we can play Europejskie ciężarówki simulator. V3 is a very light ReShade, to be honest, so V1, V2 and RealCam would have way more effects to it. V3 it's something for like lower spec PCs that would just slightly tweak and enhance your visuals. It has more direct light than the normal version and more clarity, but nowhere near to like V1 or RealCam. Yeah, that makes sense. If you're running a lower spec V3, it's not going to overcrowd the effects, because with V1 and RealCam, they've got really heavy on effects, and it might be. I'm not saying that it's too much for the graphics card because they don't really tax the performance that much, but they will look better on lower resolutions as well. The Grimes mods, I've used them a couple of years ago, to be honest. After I've only been using PNG and other mods for the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. Słoneczny dzień. Bardzo piękny słoneczny dzień. 90 kilometers an hour. Yeah. Nightwolf, what do you mean give tech about what they drive? What's the limit in there? So that's a waiting for 4 to 6. Nightwolf, that makes sense, right? Okay, I see. Well, that's not very nice of them then. I didn't know that that's what they do. Are you a driver yourself then? That's a detail which you'd kind of you know when driving yourself. Oh, I see. Makes sense. That also makes sense, that you've got a place where you can actually relieve some of your, you know, driving desires. Okay guys, we got to the end of our last route that we're going to take today. I need to be up at 4 AM in the morning tomorrow, so we're not gonna go very deep into the evening. Guys, thanks so much. I would like to thank everyone that left a like, commented, interacted in any kind of way. I hope that you guys have a good rest of your weekend. I hope that you're gonna get to enjoy the Benelux Rework on the open beta, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Thanks so much.